Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here, and today I'm going to be talking about Healthier Choices Management Corp with ticker symbol HCMC. In this video, I'll go over Philip Morris' recent lost lawsuit regarding to another patent infringement, which is the same case as with the lawsuit with HCMC. So if you are interested how and why it could impact directly HCMC, definitely stay tuned for that. If you could spend a few seconds just smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate it and it moves the channel forward a lot. With that being said, let's go straight to the news. So as we can see, it's an article coming from Bloomberg, so very reliable source of news. Philip Morris faces import ban in Reynolds patent fight. Philip Morris infringes 2 Reynolds patents, trade judge says. PMI, Altria face risk of import ban on cigarette alternative. Philip Morris International is facing a possible import ban of its IQOS heated tobacco sticks to the US after it lost the first round of a legal trade battle with British American Tobacco. Philip Morris and Altria Group infringes 2 patents owned by BAT's subsidiary Reynolds American. International Trade Commission Judge Clark Cheney said in a notice on the agency's website. The judge's findings aren't public to give both sides time to redact confidential information. The next step is a likely review by the full commission, which has the power to halt products at the US border and is scheduled to complete the investigation by September 15th. Big Tobacco is facing some of the biggest changes in the industry's history as fewer people smoke cigarettes and US regulators consider banning menthol cigarettes altogether. Some analysts even forecast that cigarettes will become extinct in countries like the US and the UK by 2050. Companies have been spending billions of dollars to develop cigarette alternatives, including heated tobacco, vaping products and oral nicotine pouches to ensure future growth. Philip Morris IQOS device, arguably the pioneer in the alternatives market, is the only heat-not-to-burn product authorized for sale in the US, where it's sold by Altria. The device also got the US Food and Drug Administration, also known as FDA, not last year to be marketed as reducing consumers' exposure to harmful chemicals found in cigarettes, and Philip Morris is seeking the same approval for its newest IQOS version, giving it even more of an edge against competitors. Reynolds said it expects the judge will recommend an import ban, adding that the unauthorized use of its inventions undermines our ability to invest and innovate and thereby reduce the health impact of our business. Philip Morris called the judge's findings one step in a long process that does not have an immediate effect, and it will present its position to the commission. BAT's litigation in the US is part of a worldwide attempt, which has been entirely unsuccessful to date, that is meant to undermine the heated tobacco segment where they lag far behind, the company said. So we can see there are companies hating towards PM because they don't have anything original, they just steal patents from others and then they sell the products. Philip Morris said that the US Patent and Trademark Office is taking a second look at the patents, with decisions in those cases scheduled to be released early next year. So far we've been on the right side of the decisions, Philip Morris chairman Andrei Kalantzopoulos told Bloomberg News last month. Some of these claims are frivolous, but there are always contingency plans to work around these situations. Reynolds claimed that Philip Morris infringed 3 patents, 2 for an electrically powered device with a heater to generate an aerosol and 1 for a control body. Cheney found infringement only of the 2 device patents. Still, it's 2 out of 3, that's a very good score for the company. The IQOS products, which heat the tobacco enough to create an aerosol but not enough to combust, are made in Malaysia, Switzerland and Italy, according to Reynolds' original complaint. Philip Morris has argued that even if a patent violation is found, it's not in the public's interest to keep the IQOS out of the US. The judge has to make a determination on whether even temporarily removing such products is appropriate for public health and what alternatives there are for consumers. If we remove a product that exists and the only alternative that people have are cigarettes, it's a consideration of public health interest and has to be taken into account. Reynolds argued that Philip Morris is overstating both the benefits and popularity of IQOS when compared with the other so-called potentially reduced risk products, or PRRPs, saying there are literally thousands of alternatives. So yeah, Philip Morris is getting it from all the other sides, and it's really good to see that there are also other companies having a beef with Philip Morris, and that they are not that legitimate company as they try to present, that their revenues might not be as hard earned as with other companies. Philip Morris and Altria predict IQOS will be robustly adopted in the future based on their self-serving, biased and outcome-driven consumer testing, Reynolds said in a post-trial filing with the judge. It accused Philip Morris of getting third parties to weigh in on its behalf by offering things like all-expense-paid trips to Europe and Formula 1 races. This would perfectly fit the scenario of, buying opinions of other people, bribing them with, gifts, such as expense-paid trips or Formula 1 races. So this actually could very much be true, because such a big company, they can afford it, and if they will do it, it will really help them out in the big picture, in the long run. Philip Morris' argument is built on hopeless speculation and unsubstantiated conjecture, and is insufficient to override patent rights, Reynolds said. Reynolds agrees that smokers should have choice, but they are not entitled to every conceivable choice if one of them infringes Reynolds' patents. Reynolds sued in April 2020 with a case in federal court in Alexandria, Virginia, and a complaint at the ITC. So we can see if they've sued in April 2020, that's like 7 months before HCMC, and if they will get the results early next year, we can probably expect with HCMC to get the results by the end of the next year, hopefully. That's like the latest date. Nothing is for certain. It might move faster, it might move slower, we shall see, but at least we have some kind of a similar lawsuit going on that we can look at and see the potential results for HCMC. I know this has been quite a long article, but it carries very important information regarding to HCMC lawsuit case, so that's why I had to share it with you guys. In my opinion, this lawsuit is very, very similar to HCMC, and because it's the same patent infringement, it's focused on something a little bit different, but it's the same topic. So it would be very good to keep an eye on this lawsuit to see the outcome and what we can expect from it, and as well from the HCMC lawsuit. But overall, it seems very positive for the companies which are being in the plaintiff position, because PM is just stealing patents or borrowing them, let's say, from every smaller company where they can, because they hope they can run away with it for a long time. They do this, they just borrow their patents, and they just deal with it, and when the lawsuit comes, they usually lose it, and then they have to pay out some money. And this is probably going to be the same case with HCMC. I don't know if the Reynolds, but I would say so as well. But time will tell the real result. That's all from this video. I hope you enjoyed and I brought you some value. If I did, definitely subscribe to the channel so don't miss out on any new videos regarding HCMC, cryptos, or any other penny stocks or stocks in general. As well as a thumbs up really helps me to defeat the YouTube algorithm, which has been really rough to me and very unfriendly for the past week or so. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts and opinions, if you knew about this, if there is more information I should cover in some next video, and if there are probably some other maybe lawsuits going on with PM which I should look into. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.